I didn't do anything to this dough. This is the result of two things: Autolyse and the right hydration for the flour I choose to work with. Hey, what's up? Should I skip Autolyse? For this experiment, I have two loaves of sourdough bread, one made with Autolyse and one without Autolyse. So let's get into this, shall we? Mix flour and water, and before you do anything else, let it rest for a couple of hours. This process called Autolyse. After just 2 hours, magic happened and the dough has some gluten strength. Beautiful, right? Now go ahead and add 30 grams of active starter and try to mix it properly. I like to wet up the surface and bring the dough on the surface so I have fully control. Nothing crazy, maybe 10 to 20 slap and fold, and round the dough up into the bowl, let it rest for another 30 minutes. And for my regular dough, I'm gonna mix all the ingredients together, which is 3 grams salt, 30 grams starter, 150 grams bread strong flour, and of course 116 grams water. 30 minutes later, back to the Autolyse dough. Time to add 3 grams salt, and again mixing process. Another 30 minutes rest. Back to my regular dough, which has gained some strength too. Now time to stretch and fold. Because I want to make them almost the same, I'm gonna bring it on the surface and round it up with the help of the surface, and back to the bowl, let it rest for another 30 minutes. Back to Autolyse dough, which developed beautifully, and I'm gonna give this one set of stretch and fold too. This time 45-minute rest. Back to the regular dough, also one set of stretch and fold. Except the beginning part, the process would be almost the same. 45-minute rest. After first 45 minutes, the Autolyse dough is almost ready. Now go ahead and give this bad boy one set of coil fold. And rest for another 45 minutes. My regular dough also gonna have a beautiful coil fold and also rest for 45 minutes. And the last set of coil fold for both Autolyse and no Autolyse dough. And let them to finish their bulk fermentation for up to 2 hours. My room temperature is around 26 degrees Celsius. Autolyse dough fermentation done. Bring it on the surface, and I'm gonna pre-shape this bad boy. It's a little bit more stickier than I thought. But look how gorgeous and elastic it is. Same pre-shaping process for my regular dough, and let both rest for 20 minutes uncovered on the counter. After 20 minutes, time to shape them. Start with no Autolyse dough. This one is surprisingly elastic and smooth. I like it. Into the Banneton and transfer it into the fridge for 12 hours cold proofing. Same thing happened to my regular dough. After almost 16 hours of cold proofing, I think they are slightly overproofed. Preheat your oven at highest temperature for 45 minutes. Bring the dough on the baking paper. First, I'm gonna score my Autolyse dough. Make sure it's deep enough so you can get a nice ear, hopefully. Again, same thing happened to my no Autolyse dough. I'm gonna bake them from open baking. 20 minutes with steam at 230 degrees Celsius. Then reduce the heat to 215 and bake for another 20 minutes. But this time without steam. And look at them. This really surprised me. Can you tell the difference? I mean, you can you? Alright, my favorite part, tasting time. First, no Autolyse. Very good, as usual. Tasty, flavorful, slightly sour, but not too much. Creamy crumb, crispy crust. 1 hour Autolyse. To my surprise, the crust is so much lighter and crispier. The crumb is almost the same, but believe it or not, it has more flavor. We have a winner. I think there is nothing wrong with my normal method, and you can always skip Autolyse if you want. But sometimes when you want to bake with your local market cheap flour, which is usually not that strong, you can use Autolyse method. Cause for sure the dough I made from Autolyse has more gluten development. Also, I proofed them more than 14 hours. I can even say we can consider them slightly overproof. Alright, that was it. If you found this experiment interesting, you can like this video and subscribe my channel so you don't miss my next video. Like always, keep baking and take good care of yourself.